Women's Day is coming up tomorrow. We are celebrating some great restaurants with women at the helm. Ariel Turner is here. And the restaurants, Ariel, you're featuring today also have a huge impact in the community, right?
Yeah, so one of the challenges when you're thinking about which restaurant should we highlight for International Women's Day, well, there's like 100+ in Greenville that we could talk about. Obviously, we don't have that much time today. Yeah. So it was then, I was trying to narrow it down and looking at the restaurants where these women have really had a broader impact, not just having a restaurant, which is enough. There's no need to go beyond that.
You're already doing a lot.
You're already doing way more than the average woman. But these women have really gone beyond and really impacted the community, which I think is really cool to highlight.
Yeah, and they use their restaurants as a platform to do good things.
Yep, absolutely.
First, Brick Street Cafe on Augusta Street. Now, everybody knows about the sweet potato cake, but there's a lot more to the story, and you got to think about how many hundreds and thousands of families just have events there over the years.
That's the thing. Probably, every single person in this studio, everyone who's watching, they've known someone who's had a birthday party or a bridal shower, or they've celebrated someone's life there at Brick Street Cafe, for the last 20+ more than that. Many more years, and it's all because of this sweet potato cake and what has become so important. Also that love muffin. I mean, everyone talks about that love muffin that you can get with a chicken salad. There's just something about a place that Sarah, the owner, created that really brings in so many different kinds of people to celebrate things, and they've been a part of people's lives for so long that there are some people who order that sweet potato cake every single year for their birthday. I mean, it's just one of those things that is now an institution in the community, and I don't know what we'll do without it when it's not
true.
here.
And I know people who would just as soon skip a dessert cake or anything like that, but then they'll go, except for the sweet potato
cake.
One.
I know one time I happened to see someone on Instagram, or maybe it was Facebook, saying something negative about the sweet potato cake, and it was like instantly everyone jumped to the defense. It was like, who are you? How can you possibly have a negative opinion?
It was April Fool's Day.
It must have been. I mean, I can't even imagine.
I can't even imagine. Next, a place whose kitchen we have loved to highlight, Comal 864 on Woodside Avenue. Chef Dana created this place not just to feed customers. She wanted to create places to feed everyone.
To feed everyone, and that's specifically why she went into that neighborhood, which is so great, because within that neighborhood there are people who there's food, there's needs there. And so on holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas, she gets volunteers in and she cooks hundreds and hundreds of meals for people in the community at no cost to them. And that's what her restaurant is supporting these different kinds of outreaches. Another thing that's very cool is she is actually opening up a second location in the Nicholtown community to do the same exact thing there.
Oh, wow.
Which is awesome. You think one restaurant is plenty. She opened it a couple years ago, already got listed as a James Beard semifinalist. So she's making moves, and now she's decided, let's expand this reach, not just to build a restaurant empire, but to actually impact people who need it.
And it seems like a lot of people love that mission and want to support her, want to do that. That's everybody down to
you're
the
seeing
customer.
Right there, those are all the volunteers that are showing up to do this. They're not paid. It's sometimes
that's their Thanksgiving outreach.
That's
really
their Thanksgiving
cool
outreach, which is so cool that they're doing, and it's people who just really want to help. And Dana has been able to bring all of those people together under one roof.
Making all us women look good.
I know. Nurturing and mothering.
I love that. Swamp Rabbit Cafe. This has got to be on your list because of the women. They're doing so much to support local agriculture, local restaurants. Tell us about that.
Mary and Jax, who opened up Swamp Rabbit Cafe a decade ago at least, they weren't just opening a restaurant. And yes, it's an outdoor cafe. They have great sandwiches. It's amazing to ride by on the Swamp Rabbit Trail and pick up produce and coffee and all of those things. So it's highly convenient for when the trail open. But what they've done is actually created a hub for local farmers to sell their produce so that they're not having to haul out to every single farmer's market all over the upstate, which we love to go to farmers markets. But if you think about it, if the farmer is there selling, he or she is not in the farm.
Yeah.
They're not doing the work that they need to be doing. And so Swamp Rabbit has made a central hub so farmers can bring their produce there, and then restaurants, local, the rest of us can come and buy that fresh produce from that one central location instead of having to spread out across the upstate. So it's far beyond just supplying good food. It's actually really impacting the local farming community hugely in a way that's, it's really important to what we do. South Carolina is such an agricultural state, so having something like this has made a huge impact.
Yeah, and just another reason you look at the restaurant community and why it's such a staple. The restaurant community is the center of everything.
Yes, it is here, and they need to get their food from somewhere, and so let's make it easier.
We love that. Well, Ariel, we appreciate that. We'll support those restaurants. Anything else you want people to know that's on the horizon for you?
Well, Off the Grid Greenville just dropped a sweets guide that's got some really great, fun fun elements for spring. So definitely check that out.
All right, Ariel, thank you so much. We can follow you on social media to see where your adventures take you. That information on screen now.